Okay, so this is what it's all about. I've been looking for this one because I've been trying the best I can to run some kind of model for battle reform on the treasuries numbers, the defense stock, and running some systems. Plus, you'll have to check out my timeline real quick here. Let's just hit this and get it run through. We'll get him talking. He brings up a good story. What's the difference here? Maybe he's a recruiter, maybe he's system, maybe he's doing a little hard time, whatever it is, because they drop most of it through shock. Pull through because there's a few steps before you get to the level of reestablishing communities and civilizations and things like that. About what the training on the harder end of the proper model gets you to in terms of administrative immunity to be able to readjust a shock. Mental health says they will kick, they will move. I can't trust them in a room with an aromatherapist without something gnarly happen. They have to understand the stick. When you're doing stuff like that, you're going to get into a little bit of the S&P 1420, 1720 at 1430, 1530, talking about Nimrod and Abel, or not Abel, Abraham there, whichever it is, and his brother, which one he chooses after they're tossed into the crucible. What else are they talking about? Belly ripped open or whatever it may be. There's a psychological chessboard to it as well, as much as a physical endurance about what's going on. Ted Nugent in terms of the area hunting hogs and feral things that are not exactly what it would be naturally inside of the system. About, you got to play to the rising sun, right? Like, it's going to be a problem, and the church comes up into the system of him sticking a ham sandwich up his ass on the preacher for some knowing the information and catching all that jewelry, doing it up like that inside of there. What are you thinking? What are you feeling? What are you doing?
Told every drill instructor to fuck with me. I remember that same second that he goes,
like
the drill instructor was
it's like, there's going to be one about 685. How about we give him a vape pen at night? Put him down. Kids. Hey, you get it? I'd say it right in front of you, right? You got a choice. You can hit the vape pen, put a community cell phone out there, understand rules.
Gucci, bro. Like, this is what this program is intended to do.
Is it though, Gucci?
Bro, from that day on,
what you get when you get into, I have to have you not give a damn about any of that right now, because
there would be times that
there's a hadron collider about your Gucci if you went all the way about it.
And the drill instructor would literally just come up to me and literally smack me dead in my face like that. Bang!
3, 2, 1, and we're live. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for joining us on another episode of Jesus. Your host, George Morrow.
There's
we got my boy.
Two black kids. I was teaching them how to run the 5-foot saws with me at this. I was running one man, dropped a couple of guys inside here, and I caught them with the Master Mason speech. They knew it. They gave it to me. We had at least a decent night. It was off to a great start. Things worked. Gave the one that had the bigger skills with the skid steer and showed them. Pulled them both out. I'm in charge. The other one got it. That's why. That's why you can't do that job right now. I'll help you on the others.
On the fucking podcast, his story part 2. Everybody's been talking about it. Everybody been hitting me
get
up
a bunch.
About
Radial growth, man. That's just one line on a dirt road out there.
Like, yo,
was crazy,
we started watching that from like
the
middle
some
of
stuff.
the podcast.
You got some stuff.
And she's like, yo, I'm hooked. You gotta rewind the whole thing. That's it.
Well, this is a quick class to really break down the chessboard here about this. This is what, 16 days right here, 32 of them over here. Then we're gonna start moving around for a while and dealing with the landscapers map. You're gonna take that landscapers map. You're gonna flip it around, do things with it, program some stuff with some MP later. And it's a lot. You gotta understand Warden inside of your possible chess problem.
Just a little weight stand.
They don't give you that thesis, but also there's a reason for it. In the end, the Imperium's going to put you in a coffin somewhere. Try to be buried there on time. Playing 70. Anything getting in the way of that?
Me and him.
They're sneaky out there floating around, ain't they?
For years?
They big.
Time. So,
but if you got this, you got a conjecture on a Rhodes conjecture on chaos theory. If it's what it is, right? So you can do some fun things like that. I recommend. It's always good. Any camp, I start like an MS-13 gang. Really shake them hard. Like, what would you do to turn it around? Not saying I want to let you do it or your class is clear to do any of that, but
his hustle.
Yeah.
So
What
I
would
think,
Town
we both
do?
had a lot of
What
respect
would?
for each
Yeah.
other, and
All right, I'm out.
you know.